What are the steps that you can take to get your ex back? My name is Coach Adrian. This is Love Advice TV, and this is what we do. We provide you with guidance, advice, skills, and knowledge to help you move forward on this process of trying to rebuild a new relationship with the one you love. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the different steps that you can think about on this journey from breakup to new and improved relationship. And the first thing that I wanted you to think about is that at the time of the breakup, you are highly emotional and very prone to making all sorts of mistakes as a result of being in this heightened emotional mode that leads to despair and sometimes extreme vulnerability and depression. And the first thing that you want to do is start a healing process. Start a healing process where you can really evaluate what went wrong in the relationship and why. And give yourself a chance really to process those emotions, to understand really what went wrong and why, and also to give your significant other the space that they need to lift their head a little bit out of the water and to break that cycle, right? To break that cycle. That is the first step that I want you to focus on. Healing and breaking the negative spiral that you've been engaged in. A lot of times when I speak to clients in coaching sessions, they are afraid of that because they see that as a losing connection or giving your ex a chance to move on, to find someone else, to forget about you. Those are some of the core fears that you're wrestling with. And the reality is that you need to accept that the relationship was not working, that some things need to change in order for a new relationship to emerge. And jumping from one train to the next is almost impossible because they're not in a place where they're ready to meet you halfway. Things need to happen. They need to see that you have indeed evolved, and you need to be able to inspire them again in order to get there. So that's the first step, making sure that we take time to heal and that we avoid common mistakes that a lot of people make right after the breakup. The next step is really to stop worrying about them and what they do and to focus on you. So more than just a healing process, we're engaged in a process of personal transformation. And you need to be able to really consider those areas that you need to be working on in order to offer something new. So focusing on you does not mean looking inward and only focusing on yourself. It simply means not worrying about getting back together, not worrying about the state of the relationship itself, and instead focusing on more positive things, things that you can control, that are within your grasp. Setting goals, having a journal can really help you put a process in place that can help you maximize your chances of success. And I've done videos on this channel talking about the process of getting an ex back and what that looks like. And I encourage you to check them out. Once you have done those two things, once you have been able to weather the storm and avoid mistakes and start a healing process, and also to focus on your process of personal transformation, what will happen is that the balance of power will start to level off. You are no longer reaching out to your significant other from a place of desperation and vulnerability. And even if you do reach out first, in the form of a letter or a text or a call, the odds are that they are going to be more willing to engage, less threatened, and they won't feel as if you're imposing on them anymore because you're not coming from that same place of desperation. And they'll sense that. And so this process of reconnecting organically can really lead to a new beginning. It's no longer just fighting like cats and dogs, asking for answers, and just this emotional roller coaster that you're both on. You can learn to discover one another again without putting too much pressure on the other person to fulfill your needs, your ego, or your emotions in some ways. And as part of that process of reconnecting organically, I would like for you to focus on shared moments and connection, being able to make them laugh, being able to leave them wanting more, being disciplined enough to end a conversation on your terms, making sure that you don't get emotionally triggered if they don't give you an answer right away, or if they don't engage in a way that they used to, right? Making sure that you are keeping things light. Once you've been able to reconnect organically in that way, or to create a new platform of communication, like I like to say, then you need to give them an opportunity to lean in. And here, patience is tremendously important. It can't be just about you leaning in all the time, worrying about the next contact. If you have done the work of the first 3 steps, your life should be pretty balanced by now. And all of your attention is no longer on the end goal of just getting back together at all costs, which gives your significant other an opportunity to also show you some interest by reaching out first, by making a joke, by sending you a picture, by asking you a question, or by basically bringing up the past again in some way, shape, or form. And as you do this, the dynamic starts to be more like things were at the very beginning of the relationship, where you're both seeking to seduce one another, where everything is possible. And that is when you can move towards the process of sealing the deal. Sealing the deal in a way that doesn't feel like you are taking a leap of faith, right? It should be steps taken from a place of confidence and a place of well-being, and because you see positive signs in your significant other's behavior, attitudes, and words that show that the level of commitment to a new relationship has increased. This is our role as coaches, to help you read those signs, to be able to see and really feel validated by the fact that they are into you as well. And I've actually created a course, my 10-step plan, how to get a man back, how to get a woman back, that goes much deeper into these steps. And I encourage you to check that out. There's always our free video content that you can access through the link below that will also help you take one step further along the process of understanding the nature at play when trying to get an ex back, and a deeper understanding of our philosophy, how to get an ex back through a process of personal transformation that is rooted and grounded in becoming the best version of yourself. I am always standing ready to help you, to do a coaching session together via phone, via Skype, WhatsApp, whatever it may be, to provide you with that support that you need to reach your goals. Continue to fight the good fight. I am Coach Adrian. Thank you for your trust, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take good care.